If there's a need for you, or whatever you are, to become enlightened, to actually have an impact on other beings or the world, or be part of something that's going to shift, like, I mean, that's it's kind of a deluded thought, a deluded idea, because enlightenment is just to free you from the world. You, me, and I, the words, the associations, the attachments, the needs, the desires, the wants, all that stuff. I mean, if any enlightened being thinks they have um, can play the role of Jesus, you will have to, face the consequences that Jesus faced. You see, it's not our job to change other beings, to have an effect or enhance other beings' lives. It is our job. It's not our job to, in fact, enhance our own lives. To be ignorant about other beings in preference to myself. That's another form of ego. We don't have a job, you see. It's not a class. The idea that you're here to learn or to suffer or to be something special is a thought. The idea that your mind is here to manipulate and control and be powerful and kind and compassionate in a way that changes people's or other minds' perceptions of you. That's simply thought. The truth is that you're here. You don't know why you're here. It's like you've just been transported down from some place and you suddenly have developed a name, an identity, and a body and a mind, and everyone is looking at you and you think, what the hell's going on? What the hell am I doing here? And the people that are above you, grown-ups, adults, they don't know either what you're doing here because they don't know what they're doing here. How can you know what you're doing here when you don't know who or what you are? There's no wrong in following this mind and thinking you're a person and building empires and killing animals and each other. That's what your mind is conditioned and programmed into through what we call our reptilian brain, that appears to be a mishmash of past history, whether it's an individual history of you or whether it's the individual history of the 21st century brain. This is the model for the 21st century. See how they adapt to this brain. You're just here with no idea, no concept, and there's nothing that you can do except try and not follow every thought, not put every thought into action, not use every word in the dictionary without knowing what it means, not the meanings that are in the dictionary, but the meaning it means to you, your inner self. The teacher at school gives you a word. It tells you the meaning of the word and you think that's fact. It's the teacher's meaning of the word. Each word has multiple meanings. A few are shown in a dictionary, but the rest are interpreted by your conditioned and programmed self. Just be here. If a saint or an enlightened being had any advice, they'd say, no advice. Just be here. Just be present. Just accept the name I am. And anything else, accept it, do with it what you have to, and be grateful when it passes. And your life will be over in a flash, in one moment, with this attitude. Or else you can say, well, I have to do so many things and try and achieve and compete and be someone and own something and try and help the world and change the world. The enlightened being cannot change a 3-pin plug. That's why so many enlightened beings think it's about, if I was enlightened, I would do all this stuff in the world. Yeah, to your own world, not to anyone else's world, you see. That's why no true enlightened being, Ramana Maharshi, was called to negotiate to the table to try and solve the crisis in India at the time, or the war between India and Nepal or China, whatever wars, I don't know, I'm not into the history of things, but he wouldn't be called to the negotiation table because he wouldn't have a clue about what was being spoken about. So we have no effect. Beings have no effect. Enlightened beings have 100% no effect on this adult, competitive, fighting and needing and desiring and wanting world. The enlightened being just wants to be itself, to be not alone physically itself, but to act out its truth, its originality. We all want that. And if you experience your enlightened state, your enlightened mind, you'll know exactly. I get it now. The world is just an illusion, a dream. It's all there, it's all the props and the stage and the scenery for me to confront, enjoy, explore, and then face up to, and then say, I see through you, this mind. Now I'm here, now I'm present. Now I'm aware. Now I'm consciousness alone as that.